Welcome to our homesteading channel, where we're going to be showing you how we've incorporated different methods of homesteading with my wife and myself and my wheelchair. So right now we are towards the bottom of our driveway, and we're going to start and give you a walkthrough of our land. We are currently located outside of a very small city, thus the traffic behind us, but we have a nice little spot that we get left alone, so we get away with things like chickens and whatnot. Even though we're inside the city, we're like one of the last houses. We have about 1.3 something acres. We will start to show you our land. So one of the projects that we've done in the past year, we actually built a rock wall on the side of our driveway. We have a local city waste center where we can get free mulch. Many cities do, so check that out. That's a great resource. So we built this rock wall, which was really easy. It was just stacking rocks, filled it with mulch, and these are gonna be some of the beds we use. I wanna stop right here and give props to my brother, who is a contractor. And if you know different people that do different trades, it's a good thing to incorporate them in on your homestead, whether it's through bartering or paying them. But my brother made this nice little staircase to kind of showcase our beds. So we got our second bed on the other side of the stairs. It goes up pretty far.
And what I did here is there are tiger lilies planted between each rock, just for a cool, that's gonna look so nice once everything starts popping. Right now it looks pretty dead.
And with homesteading, a major trick that we've learned is reusing and repurposing. All these flowers and tiger lilies we actually got for free. So once again, we went to our yard waste center, and at the end of the season, a lot of people rip out their flowers or excess flowers that grow too much. We snatched them all up. We put them in some water with some root growth hormone. Some of them survive, some of them don't, but the ones that do survive, planted. And as you can see, this spring, they're ready to go. We probably got a couple $100 worth of flowers for free. That's what homesteading is all about, is being conscious of kind of what's around you, how to become self-sufficient, and how to have creative ways and thinking outside the box. So we hope to show you more of that as we continue on our land. So you saw what we did with the repurposing of not only the rocks, making the rock wall, but using the flowers that other people were discarding. And I want to turn your attention to these. So this was another thing that we incorporated totally and absolutely free. Inside of our city, there's also a lumber yard and a hardware store. They have these pallets, and I'm not sure what they were used for, and they willingly gave us these for free. So this pallet right here is actually one where we keep our mulch. Bed is constantly getting mulch in and out. We have a gentleman who helps us out, who actually works at the yard waste plant, and he's kind enough every Tuesday during the summer to come by and drop some loads off. It helps us out. His name is Greg. Greg's a great guy.
Go Greg.
But this is towards the front of our driveway. You're gonna see more of these. We get these every year, completely free. They're already built and they're made out of oak wood, so they're pretty sturdy. So
I just want to say, excuse our mess. When springtime comes, everything melts, and we've just got a lot of work still to do. This is like our second day out here, so we're still cleaning everything up.
All right, so this is a lot of the land we're working with, and as you guys can see, we have fences. Here's more of these bins. In the middle bin, we do onion. We did corn, I think, in that one, and then that little metal rack. Once again, that was free. We picked that up, but that's where we put our mulch, and then our chicken coops are on the other side. All of our chicken wire we actually got for free. So once again, going with kind of the theme of our homesteading is affordability. All the fencing that you guys see, not only the metal fencing, but the wood fencing that has our pen in it, that also was from the facility that we got these bins. They had, I think they were like 16-foot pallets. And what I did, because I have to be creative and I can't exactly load them up in my truck, I had no way of getting them here. So I actually went there, and they have a delivery service, and I bought like 4 things of rebar. And I asked them if they could load some pallets up on the truck and deliver them to the house. So for a whopping $4 in gas, I got all these pallets you see here delivered to my house. And a lot of the community, they like seeing stuff like this being done, especially the area where we're in.
And a lot of people like helping.
Yeah, absolutely.
They get really excited, like that guy who brings us mulch all the time.
Yep. I think one of the biggest things that you'll find, at least for us, as we've developed our homestead, it really puts you in tune, unfortunately, with pride in the wrong areas. You got to know when to ask for help. People like to help, people want to help, and we don't want to rob them of being able to help us when they can. So especially when you learn how to delegate, you know, a smaller task, like just something like getting pallets here. People love to do that, and that help, it goes a long way. So.
And if you haven't watched our other auction videos, just real quick, this we got at the auction for 10 bucks, and it came with a few smaller items, but it's super helpful when we attach it to our lawnmower. So like Chris said, we got all of this pallet wall for free, and Chris's brother built this entire chicken penitentiary. A project that we have yet to do is we are going to line this with chicken wire, because they can still scoot through the holes and to keep predators out. But we're gonna go inside, and Chris will show you how we separate these pens and what we use them for.
We are inside of the chicken penitentiary, and as you can see and get a better look, everything's secured in, and the way we built the wall was just putting rebar in, attaching the walls, and basically wire twisting it on and pushing some dirt up against it. So real simple. And then we divided our pen into two. So you can see right here, hopefully, for the middle wall, we just got some limbs, dug them into the ground, and attached the chicken wire. So we actually use these pens to be able to rotate our chickens, give them some more space. So at the top of our chicken penitentiary, we have it divided again, these two bays. And I want to explain kind of our mindset of why we did it the way we did it. Going back into, as you start the homestead, you have to be mindful about managing resources, about planning ahead. So what we decided to do is, when we placed our coops right here, the chickens can run around down there in the area we were just at. But what we do is, in the wintertime, we open this bay up right here to my right, and you can't see it, but there's a fence running from the coop to the wooden fence. We open that up in the wintertime, and then in the summer, we close them off, and we close this section off. And what that allows us to do is, during the wintertime, when the chickens roam around up here, they fertilize all this. What we pull out of the coop, we actually put in the beds, and we let it break down in the beds. Chicken manure is one of the best fertilizers you can use, so we try to make it as simple as possible. Doing little tricks like that, having fences that are removable and replaceable is one of the ways that we keep our homestead operational.
Last year we had a lot of luck in what we call Bay 1 with cucumbers, and then a surprise tomato plant that we didn't plant at all. And then over here I tried a bunch of different things like Brussels sprouts and spinach and green beans and lettuce, and nothing grew. It was so frustrating.
We planted early on, and as you can see, there's trees above us. Well, we didn't take into account the foliage. So what we had planted behind us, unfortunately, the crops that we put in there were crops that needed full sun, and it got pretty shady. So we're going to change that up this year and do some plants that don't need as much shade. We're looking at possibly potatoes.
Potatoes would be good. And
some other things in the bed. Because this ground is so nutrient rich, we don't want to let it go to waste. And it'd be a good compromise, because potatoes they need a lot of heavy nutrients. So we'd be able to provide that for those in these beds. But yeah, this bay that we're in right now, we had all sorts of cucumbers. We couldn't even keep up. We still have pickled cucumbers.
Yeah, that was fun.
In our basement that we haven't even touched because we made so many. It's kind of what we're working with up here. And I don't know, I think that's about it. That's a lot of what we're working. There's a couple things we didn't go over, but you guys get the general gist. So we just want to say thank you for checking out our homestead, and stay tuned.
Happy homesteading. Napoleon and I wanted to remind you to like and subscribe and leave a comment below if you like what you see.